Good afternoon, ladies and good evening, good night. Whatever time zone you're in, you're here on the Community Sports Show with me, Noel Knowlesy Johnston and Neil Weasel Worsley. We're in the Hills and we're just about to get the toss underway for round 3 of the Hills Football Association, and it looks like it was won by Mount Helena there, Weasel.
Yep, correct, mate.
Kicking to the right of screen early here. So, welcome back, mate. Long time no see.
Yeah, been a couple of weeks. Thanks for having me back. Looking forward to it.
Crowd Online always enjoy a good yarn with you, mate. Good to have you back. And these two sides, we're set for a big match today. These two sides not sitting at the top of the table, but a bit of pride online.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Mount Helena who've only played the one game for the one loss, and unfortunately Bullsbrook have had 2 losses to start the season. So they'll be looking to turn things around here at home today. The last week Mount Helena were defeated by Swanview, 8-3-51 to 12-15-87, so quite comfortably, and Chidlow really did a job on Bullsbrook, 19-14, 128 to 5-6-36. So we'll definitely be expecting a bigger showing from Bullsbrook today at home, and hopefully we get a good crowd down here as the afternoon rolls on, and we get a few viewers online as well.
Oh, absolutely. And this match today proudly brought to you by our broadcast sponsors, ID Athletic and Vision Decor. For all your blind curtain and awning needs, ID Athletic in Malaga have a great range of great products at great prices because they're great people. And ID Athletic, as the coach makes his way across here for the Lions, gives a wave to the crowd. ID Athletic, for all your sporting apparel and club merchandise needs, ID Athletic can help you and your club build your identity. Righto, Weasel, what's your prediction here today? 1 win for Mount Helena, none yet for Bullsbrook.
Well, not seeing either side play so far this year. I'm going to go with the home side. Tight game, maybe a couple of goals to the home side. Like I say, not seeing either side this year, so I think the first 10-15 minutes are going to be really important. They're going to want to establish themselves early, try and get some scoreboard pressure happening. So it'll be an interesting game, and one I'm really looking forward to.
And let us know where you are, viewers, across this big wide globe. It is great to have you with us. And we are taking local sports to a big global audience. Righto, Weasel. Now, just a couple of mentions here. I know there's been some ins and outs and some changes here. Dylan Summers out with a bicep. That's a season-ending injury for Dylan. Unlucky, mate.
Very unlucky.
But replaced by George, the fireman Snyder. George and I have to declare, he played under me at Middle Swan for cricket many years ago. Gosh, we're talking 10 years now. And Steve Cockman, in his 40s, 350 goals to his name. Big number 18 for Mount Helena. Keep an eye out for him. Umpires today are
Jonathan Antonio and Ryan Hadji. So here we go, Noel. You think I can get your tip, Noel? Who are you tipping?
Also home side 3-0 last year in favour of Bullsbrook. You'd have to tip them.
So we get the first possession out of the middle. I think we might have a free kick here. We're going to get a high. Umpire's going to call that one in and ball it up. So we've got James Thompson in the ruck and Duncan Hamish. Tied early, over the shoulder, free kick to Mount Helena. So the first opportunity to get some forward football. Centres the ball. Marking contest in the middle of the ground. No mark taken. Picked up and pushed forward by Jordan Pickles. Now he's a bit messy in the back line there, not cleaning up well. He's got the hand pass away and now a sling tackle. So it'll be a free kick to Hayden Bryson. He kicked a couple of goals last week. He's playing in the back line this week for Mount Helena. Turned it over.
Now, Weasel, you got away with it once, but they're no longer the Mounties. They are, in fact, the Lions.
They are.
So they're hoping to roar, no doubt about that.
And there's a good grab. And I'm thinking this might be Brett McKinlay. I'm told he's a booming kick.
Well, the McKinleys have been involved with amateur footy and in fact at the waffle level for some time up in the hills. That name very familiar. You'd expect him to kick this, 30 out. Uses the breeze perfectly and just guides it in. And the opening score of the first quarter here at Pickett Park sees... I was going to say Scarborough then, I don't know what I was thinking. Between lacrosse yesterday, who had no Scarborough, but that of course was Bullsbrook getting the opening goal.
Yeah, really nice kick allowed for the breeze. Good strong mark overhead. I've been told he's very good overhead, and we can expect that sort of thing all day. So if he gets good supply from his midfield, he could have a pretty big day today. So the Lions, Mount Helena, will be looking to respond straight away.
Oh dear, early signs of worn out on a warm afternoon here. The Mount Helena runner just came in and said they want water.
It's going nowhere at the moment, very congested in there. And Mount Helena try to work it forward, and once again it's rebound football. Jordan Pickles dishes a hand pass. Ball's into the centre of the ground. Ruckman 13 gets his hands on it. That's James Thompson who's given it off to Jordan Haley, who's now switched it out onto a wing. There's some pace out there. The ball's kicked inside 50 now. Very scrappy delivery. Mount Helena looking to mop up again. Stacks on the mills here, I think. Yep, ball's out. Caught him again. Jordan Haley's getting a bit of the footy early. But Mount Helena cleaning it up out of the back of the pack. So give the ball to half back. Look to centre the ball. Not sure about the option, but very good pick up by the big fella there. It's kick long, looks like Justin Weaver screaming down the ground, couldn't quite get to that one. So Bullsbrook cleaning up, but all smothered. Second attempt to get the ball out in the wing. Mount Helena have cut that one off. Good work at ground level there by Rory Bennett, who didn't play last week. He's in for his first game. The ball up the wing. There's a ruckman again, Johnson, handballs forward. Mount Helena intercept, still very scrappy here. Ball's not going anywhere in a hurry, hands are up. There goes Jordan with a kick inside 50. And Mount Helena cleaning up again. Looking to get the ball out of there. Marking contest, holding. There we go, free kick to Duncan Hamish there. So, going to look to relieve, goes to the middle of the ground. And has turned it straight over. So, Rory Bennett sent into his first game, didn't play last week. Marking contest. Very scrappy here, Noel, at the moment. No one's sort of like getting any free footy. Good hands. He's touched on the wing.
Push through, Agus push!
Jay Duggan comes up with a footy now, gets handball into the corridor, but there's no one there. Jordan Haley overruns it, allows them back in. Zach Hollyoak gets that going forward, and I think this will be a ball up now. So
Just inside the 50-metre arc there.
Or maybe just outside the centre square. So that's a big 50, isn't it? It's a big ground, Noel.
It is. Well, lots of room out here in the bush, Weasel. For the viewers at home, Bullsbrook, a suburb about 40 kilometres north of Perth.
Yep, we're right opposite the RAF air base. So, historically a RAF base town. There we go. Jordan Pickles got it now as they come out of the back line, has one bounce, chips the ball down the wing, finds a teammate, then gets it back on the fly over the handball. Inside 50, knows his eyes. Beautiful lead, beautiful kick, good football. That's McKinlay on the end of that one. So,
good transition football there, clean. They had the space, Weasel, and plenty of time and found the target, and that should set them up well here.
should give them the opportunity to get their second goal on the board. Yeah, right, Noel. Really steady football. No panic. Good skills. And goal umpire's come across a bit for that one. That one didn't swing as much as the first. It's gone through for a point. So 1-1 plays 0 at this stage. About 5 minutes in.
Oh dear, nearly a turnover there.
All under a lot of pressure here now, Helena. They need to get this ball out. They need to get it out in a hurry. Ball's going goalward. Handball comes through. Michael Bailey receives and just chips it through for an easy goal. So,
well, Michael Bailey with one to his name last week, so he'll be looking to have an impact here today.
That's come from a turnover. Poor kick in from fullback, unfortunately. Just the pressure. Now Helena not able to hold Bullsbrook out, and 2-1 to 0. And, ball back in the middle. If we've had to change it right now, we've still got Hamish Duncan and James Thompson going up the right. Hamish quite tall. Probably got 6 inches on his opponent. See how he goes with the jump here. Umpire's bounce the ball. It's a good bounce, but it's height-wise, straight up, but it's flown outside the circle, so I'm going to ball this one up now and recall it.
Well, speaking of the umpire and bouncing, good to see him out there pre-game practicing, Weasel.
Yeah, it's great. They had the ruckman in there getting a look at the bounce and chance to time their run, so don't see that in amateur football. No time before the games because they play one after each other, so it's good that they get out and help the teams in that way. This looks like it's going to be a ball up in the middle of the ground, just forward of centre, favouring Bullsbrook. And same ruckman again. Duncan and Thompson go at it. Duncan taps the back door, and there'll be a free kick there to his teammate who's been held without the footy. Not sure where he wants to go with it, so he's played on. He's going to go straight down the corridor. He's looking for Justin Weaver. Justin flies from behind, can't get his hands on it. The ball comes out the back to Bullsbrook. It looks like a push in the back's gone missing there, but Mount Helena now, the Lions are forcing the ball forward. Umpire nice and tight, got what he wanted. He wanted it knocked out, and it's come out. Unfortunately, it's going Bullsbrook's way and picked up and kicked long. Isaac Davis couldn't hold on to it, but Michael Bailey's got his hands on it, and he's got himself his second goal in about 5 minutes there, Noel.
Well, good start here by Bullsbrook, exactly what they'd won at home. Looking at last year's results, 3 games, Bullsbrook winning all 3, the smallest margin there by just under 10 goals, 59 points. So, talking to the coach, Cam Gray, before the game, he said they had a pre-season match against Gin Gin just up the road there in WA country terms, about 30 k's. And they got belted, so that affected their confidence. But I think this start here will certainly, or should, put paid to that. And before we get back to the bounce, Weasel, every time we get court viewers, if you mention it, I'll donate $2 to charity for my missed names and Weasel's mounties. Now, don't do it on purpose, Weasel.
How much money have you got, buddy? Yeah. Okay, so
out of the centre, straight into the 50 here for Bullsbrook.
Looks like it might be Patrick Mather.
Short chip, unmarked or uncontested mark.
Shouldered Applin in the pocket. Kicking for about 25-30 metres. Keeps it low. He's missed shallow as well. And just a behind, so 3-2-20 plays 0.
And just a moment's hesitation as they fetch the ball out of the bush. Summer is over and we're approaching winter, but still a few Joe Blakes out there.
I think our scoreboard attendants missed a goal already, so
we'll sort
that
we
out
know.
At time. That's a good kick in from fullback, marked by Hayden Bridson, who's shanked the kick. It's come off, but been dropped by his teammate, who's recovered well. That's number 50, big number. That's Brett Hagboom. He's gone forward with the ball. turnover again. They're falling down across half forward the Lions, but this might be an opportunity. Harrison Kelly chips the ball into the forward line. Just kept in by Andrew Hollandus, and the ball's kicked long. Justin Weaver trying to get onto this one, gets a nasty bounce, can't gather. Picked up by the defenders from Bullsbrook and chipped the ball square and settled it down. So now they're going to bring the ball out the far side. And it's Roy Bennett kicking the ball long down the wing. He's found Ryan Portatelli, who in turn has found his teammate further up the wing. This is very good football, very good possession football at the moment. So goal kicking Michael Bailey's got it now out and half forward. He's chipped it inside 50, he's missed his target. Fortunately no big fella this time, he's trailing, and it's allowed Mount Helena Lions to get the ball. Nice check side kick out in front of number 42, that's Cody Bacon, but he's not come up with it. And here comes Bullsbrook again. Another inside 50, and well read this time by Hayden Bryson. Looks to be playing at centre half back for the Lions. So uncontested mark dropped, and now there's a contest on the ground level. He's picked up free kick for a push in the back there. The player just comes straight through the interchange, number 17.
Daniel Buller there.
Well, big pack and half forward, and boom, big punch from behind, spoiling the ball. That was number 29 there, Jeff Brownlee. A big thump on that one, Nosey.
No, he's got a bit of height to him and used it to his advantage there.
Ruck contest, same two ruckmen as started the game. They're still going at each other, which is a good contest at the moment. Good pressure, forced the rush kick from Bullsbrook off half back. Stephen Bailey's got it. He's not sure where to go, but he's found a handball inside, and then one out to half on the wing. Having a bounce. Applin kicks long. He's looking for and finding McKinlay. That's a good grab. He's just too tall. Too tall.
All of the McKinlays know how to use their bodies there. David, I think, still at Mount Lawley.
Yeah,
Ex-Swan District's player.
Yep, and a couple up at, is it Chidlow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Chidlow or Mount Lena? Well, it can't be Mount Lena because
they're here today. He hasn't got his kicking boots on today, though, so that's another point. So 3-3. Scoreboard's at 2-2, so he must have missed the first couple.
Other matches today, speaking of Chidlow, Gidgeganup at home at Parkerville versus Chidlow. Mundaring up against Swanview. And the last game, Warwick Greenwood with a tough job to go all the way out and try and defeat Pickering Brook.
I think that one might actually be at Warwick Greenwood.
It is. I tried to pull it back after I said it. Let me go. Back to the play. Back to the play.
That's a good mark, that one. Matt Elwood's got the ball. He's looking forward now. Bullsbrook first to the ball.
That's Girardi down there. Short Italian man. Perfectly suited for in and under.
Yep, got himself a free kick. See if the Lions can lock this ball in now, because the ball's been coming out of there really too easily. And there we go, one chip kick over the top. This is your mate, the fireman.
Yeah, George Schneider.
Stay with him, Boone. Ross, we strike.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it, Boone.
had a bit of that, couldn't hold. That's a good handball. Bailey gets it down the wing, half forward. Big kick to that man again.
Well,
Brett McKinlay.
and he plays on and just puts it through the middle. No time to waste here. No time on in these games, Weasel. Straight 20s, I think.
Straight 20 or 25?
25, maybe.
We probably should know that, but we don't. If anyone does, get online, let us know.
Well, 2 each to Brett McKinlay and Michael Bailey to start this opening quarter here at Pickett Park. You're on the Community Sports Show with Neil Weasel Worsley and me, Nosey Johnston, coming to you live.
I wanted to call the bloke who centred that, but wearing number 28 and he's not on the team list, so not sure who, but it was a good centering kick from the half-forward flank. Well done, number 28.
Yes, we don't... Oh, well, the joys of local footy. If you want to help the clubs get involved across the Hills Football Association or any other sporting code and competition.
I don't think Bullsbrook's lost a centre clearance yet, mate. Maybe one. They're really dominating in there. There'll be a free kick that's going to go to the fullback, so well done. Held up Brett McKinlay on that occasion. And he's looking for an outlet to half-back. Contest. Ball hits the deck. Isaac gets the ball forward. That one goes over McKinlay. They've got someone at the back of the pack, number 14. He's controlled that really well. Try and give you a name.
That's Patrick Mather there, Weasel.
Mather did well, but then he gave up the handball. And the Lions are now bringing it out to the back pocket. And I didn't hear a play-on call there.
Yeah, obviously paid as not 15, but not called.
So poor player taking the mark, wasn't sure, but they've held it up. Contest in the forward pocket. That looked like a little bit of a throw, and I think he's now going to get him to pay the second-hand free kick for incorrect disposal, but I'm pretty sure Brett flicked that like a rugby player.
Zach Reed getting the call there. Dustin Skews trying to rally the team.
That was a good pick-up and turn in the tackle, Portatelli. Ball comes loose, squeezed out to Stephen Bailey, who centres the ball. Mark's dropped, and now there's a contest. The Lions look to come away with it, but Bullsbrook stand firm. Backdoor handball. Girardi kicks inside the 50, and now Jordan Pickle's got some work to do. He's knocked the ball forward, and it's gone out of bounds in the forward pocket for a throw-in. So this is very one-sided at the moment. Let's hope that the Lions can find a way to get some possession, get some football, and maybe not just slow Mounties down, but get Bullsbrook down, but get some scoreboard pressure going their way. Okay, so that's holding the man call again. So Michael Dreyer, I think it is, at fullback. He's had a couple of wins. The back pocket. Lions look to centre the ball. Dangerous kick, and it's going back again. Girardi inside 50. And there's that number 28, the Phantom. We'll call him the Phantom because he's not on the team sheet. He's got the ball, kicking from probably right on the 50. Lions making some changes here, trying to find the right mix in that back line. They're under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, cannot confirm who that is, so Phantom shall be his name. Cheeky call from the Mount Helena bench there. Proving effective as he puts that one through for another behind. And the score now 4 goals for 28.
It's a 0-0-0.
I'm bad at maths, but even I can do that one.
Okay, so probably been going about 17 or 18 minutes. The Lions really are struggling to get this out of their back line. That's a good kick. Daniel Buller's got it. He's going to look to switch. Not a good kick off the boot. He's turned it over. So Chad Brand, is it? He's just chipped the ball nicely across. So that was Jardy to Bennett. And now Bennett's gone long inside 50. Marking contest. One-handed attempt. Couldn't quite pull that one in. McKinlay. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in. So right, 10 metres, 12 metres round for the boundary, for the goal post, or point post.
Good throw in by the umpire. One out by Mount Helena off the side of the boot there.
They're away. Unfortunately, the kick there from Skews did exactly that, skewed off the boot and ended up going out. Gained about 40 metres, Noel, and now we've got to throw in just short of half forward. The Lions, the contest, got the ball going forward, couldn't get a boot on it. Very scrappy in there. Ball knocked forward. Brownlee gets onto it, kicks the half forward. It's a good mark. Another player not on the team sheet, number 6, who then finds a bloke who is McKinlay, who's decided to play on and run into an open goal. And that's the 5th of the quarter.
He's third. 5-4, 34, Bullsbrook lead, Mount Helena yet to score. And a big shout out to you there, Dave Herbert. Good to, he got a comment online, just drove past the setup on the Great Northern Highway, so nice stuff. Good to have you with us. One of the Eagles supporters. Perhaps we might be the only joy he gets at the moment. Eagles doing it tough.
Have they played this weekend?
Yes, they did, mate. I think you know the answer to that. Be nice.
We had to buy, I'm sure we did. Look,
Mate.
they're rebuilding, mate. I love them. They'll be right.
As are Hawthorn. I was the only person that tipped Hawthorn. I thought if we can sort out the bond, we'd be a chance. We couldn't.
No, I tipped the Eagles. Don't know why.
I did notice that in the tipping comp.
Got a bit cocky, got a 6 and a 7. I thought I can go back to tipping them. Here we go, centre bounce. Clearance coming out. I think umpires let that one go. Probably could have been a free kick. Now the ball dragged in. Extracted by number 13 from Bullsbrook. And it's our ruckman, James Thompson. Did a lot of work at ground level for a ruckman. Ball still inside the centre circle. Gets a tap back door to Thompson, but it's not clean, but they're coming out again. Pickles goes inside 50, looking for McKinlay, uses the body, and there's our mate, number 3. Michael Bailey, this time he's put that through for a point. I'm sure they're just trying to keep this nice and even. 5-5.
35. Riley Machuro getting a shout out there from Billy Gray online for the push off the interchange there. Riley Machuro, one of the cricketers, I think, from Glen Forest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep, name sounds familiar. So there's a good clearing kick out of full-back, all the way up to half-back. I think Justin Weaver's come down the ground trying to get involved in the game. He's got himself a kick on half-back, so let's see what Juddy can do with the ball. Kicks to half-forward. There's a contest. Ball to ground, no one can mark it. Ball's coming out again. Oop. Lions have picked it up at the back of the pack. Pumped it forward, it's inside 50. That's probably the 3rd time, maybe 4th time for the quarter. It's coming out again.
Just the run in there, Weasel, is sensational.
It's great link footy from behind. They're presenting from behind and giving each other options, which is fantastic to see. Here's a chance now. The Lions are going forward. Can you find somebody? Gone long, and he's picked out the last in line, last defender. And that's the end of the first quarter, so I'm going to say there. I'm not sure if they're 25 or 20s. I didn't check the watch to start with, but
we'll figure that out. So quarter time here at Pickett Park, it is Bullsbrook 5-5, 35, leading Mount Helena, yet to score. Perhaps we'll be generous and say the left-hand side of the screen is the scoring end.
Well, it is currently.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in about 20 minutes or so if that's the case or not.
But having a look at the ladder while we have a quarter time break, viewers will stay online and split the game into 2 halves. We'll take a break at half-time. But looking at the ladder after 2 rounds, Gidgigana on top. 2 wins, no losses, 370%. Pickering Brook, favourites amongst the crowd and many of the clubs to take out this year's title. Also 2-0, 332%. And then last year's premiers, Chidlow, 2-0. So 3 sides with 2 wins, no losses. All and Chidlow percentage there just 298. And I say just. You wouldn't mind your coach in Kelmscott? Would you be happy with a 300% percentage?
Yeah, mate. I'd love one. I'd love a percentage like that. Not happening at the moment. We're more like the ones down the other end of the ladder that I'm looking at with the bottom of the ladder, Bullsbrook, with a 29%. I think that's about where Kelmscott are at the moment. So we've got some work to do. But yeah, looking down that ladder, Swan View had their 1 win. And 1 win, 1 loss, a percentage of 105. Then we've got the Lions with 1-1, 83.3.
Then the 3 without a win.
Yeah.
Mundaring, Warwick, Greenwood and Bullsbrook, although Bullsbrook looking to make amends for that stat here today. And it's a fantastic afternoon here in Perth. We thank our sponsors, ID Athletic, for all your club apparel and sporting merchandise needs. ID Athletic can help you and your club build your identity, as well as Vision Decor. We're proudly in the broadcast van, and Vision Decor have decked it out with curtains so we're not getting blinded by the sun here. Perfect conditions, Weasel, for a good game of football.
Yeah, wonderful conditions, and you're right. Michael H and the crowd out there, blind company do a fantastic job, don't they, mate? These blinds are super.
Well, Ryan Swagenreich, that's how I'll pronounce that. I'm sorry if I got that wrong there, Ryan. Former Mount Lena player watching online, wishes he could be out there. As do, I'm sure, the rest of the team.
The huddles very, very vocal in the huddles. Some specific instructions being given in both. So coaches know what they want. They're just trying to get their players to perform now and stick with the game plan.
How good does it look in the background there, though, Weasel? Club Pavilion and the hills of Perth in the background.
Oh, it's beautiful, mate. It's best place in the world to be. Best place.
Well, Daniel Turner watching from his man cave up in Stoneville.
That's another lovely part of the world.
I was up there just on Friday checking out some of the grounds across the Hills Football Association, because we look forward to bringing more broadcasts from across the hills. So I can confirm that Mount Lena's home ground is okay. Gidgee Ganup out at Parkerville there, that can be accommodated, and Mundaring. So make sure you follow us if you don't already. Community Sports Show, taking local sports to a global audience, all for free. If you see any dodgy links, drop into the comments or on our page. Please report them. We don't charge you any money. We do this for love. Your thoughts on the umpire in that first quarter, Weasel?
I didn't notice them, so that probably means they're doing a pretty good job. No, they let the game flow. Seem to pay the kicks when they're there. Might have missed a couple, but nothing glaring. And I think that's the best type of umpiring. When you don't recognise or don't notice it, then you know they're doing a pretty good job. So well done, boys. 1 quarter down. That's Jonathan Antonio and Ryan Hadgett. You know, I think Jonathan's got a waffle background. And I think I'm told, I can't 100% confirm this, but I'm told he is the brother of the AFL.
Ebony
and Antonio from Fremantle women's side. So football runs deep through that family. And they're doing a good job, the boys. So big shout out if you want to get involved in umpiring, guys. Anyone out there who's finished playing and looking to stay involved, put your hand up. And do the course, always looking for umpires in all sports. It's pretty hard to get umpires across the board for football and cricket these days. If you've got a passion and you've got a bit of a knowledge and you want to stay involved once you finish playing the game.
If you want to get involved with cricket umpiring, mate, involved across the Perth Swan Cricket Association, and once again recognised as Umpire of the Year.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Yeah, look, we're looking for umpires all the time through the Perth Swan. We're very lucky. We managed to get reasonable numbers, but we're always after more. We are looking at some in-house training and some extra things that we're looking to do with our umpiring fraternity this year to try and get the numbers up and get the quality up. So if you're looking to umpire, please drop someone a line at the Perth Swan Cricket Association. They're on Facebook. They've got a website. We'd love to hear from you. And I'm sure the Hills Umpiring Association and football in general, if you're looking to umpire footy, they'd be looking for some help as well.
Well, lots of roar. Well, they roar. Let's see if they can turn that into action out there on the field.
We've just had the big show of muscles by Riley Maturo there as he's run past. So they've got a big job to do, that back six. We got down there Dwyer, Cooper Donnelly, Maturo, Blade Esler. There's a name for you, Blade Esler. Hayden Bryson, who's had a bit of the footy. So that's the back six. Can't see who the other player is down there.
Oh, we'll pick that up as we go, as we get set for the second quarter here on the Community Sports Show. This match brought to you by ID Athletic and Vision Decor. Here we go, boys.
There we go. Set the watch on this one. Same two ruckmen. So we've got Thompson and Duncan again in the ruck. There's a good bounce in the middle of the ground. They go to it. Ball falls out the back and Bullsbrook come away with the ball. Inside 50 entry and an uncontested mark. So not what the Lions would have been looking for. This is the Phantom. He's got the ball, mate. He's kicked 1 point so far, so let's see if he can get on the end of the goal. It looks long, looks straight. They like it. So there's the first goal, and that took
20 seconds?
25 seconds to score. So I don't think the Lions will be overly happy because they came out of that huddle fired up, but that will deflate them very quickly.
Breeze must have changed direction.
Yes, must have kicked it to the non-scoring end of the ground. Yeah. So, ball back in the middle. I'm not sure what the Lions can do to stem this, mate. They've not won. I can't remember.
Oh, that was the Phantom. Sorry, I was looking down the team list as to who scored it. I'm writing it on the sheet. Couldn't find a Phantom.
So how do Mount Helena Lions get themselves back into this game?
Well, look, I mean, you've got to go tight. You've got to be accountable. One-on-one, as we see on the wing here. Zach Reed just giving his opponent, and you mentioned it before, Bullsbrook, winning the large margin of the centre clearances this occasion, though. Mount Helena.
Oh, dear.
Put it down, allows Bullsbrook straight back into it.
Phantom picks it up, does a balk, kicks to the pocket. Bailey running onto it now, Noel, and he's got tackled. And the ball has, finally got out of bounds. On looks of things, we're going to get a boundary throw in. So when they do get a centre break and a free kick, they've coughed it up with a turnover. And they're just really making life hard for themselves at the moment, dropping uncontested marks.
Oh, the 1%ers, mate.
So Reed and Davies go out at the ruck.
Attempted defensive clearance knocked there by Mount Helena, unsuccessful. Straight back into Bullsbrook's hands now. And if you don't mind, into the hands, through the goals, and another one.
To the Phantom.
Well, we'll have to send our roving reporter out. If there's anyone out there who wants to be our roving reporter, we'll tap Bullsbrook on the shoulder next time we see someone towards the interchange, I reckon, Weasel.
I think we'll need to, because if he's going to keep kicking goals, we can't keep calling him Phantom. He's got 2 now. They've got 7. Kinlay's got 3. Bailey 2. And the Phantom 2. So We'll just yell out to their bench, shall we? Can someone tell us who number 28 is? No response.
That's all right, we'll let that one through the keeper for the moment as we go back to the centre.
Edwards?
Adam Edwards.
Adam Edwards, thanks my friend. So Adam Edwards is the Phantom.
How am I going to sing about the opera now? I know who I am.
I'm glad you're not going to sing about it. Ball going forward again, Bullsbrook. Uncontested chest mark out in front. He's having a bit of the ball today, Michael Bailey. Looking to centre it. Lead comes from Edwards. Can't mark that one. So he may not have an effect now we know who he is, mate. We'll have to wait and see.
Make sure you go hand on him all the time.
That's not coming out, so there's going to be a boundary throw in inside forward 50 for Bullsbrook. Call from the bench from the Lions is to make sure everyone's hands on, but there's a lot of blokes getting a bit of space.
Oh, sorry, viewers.
So that was Pickles who got that from the Crumming ruck contest and has centred the ball to, you guessed it, Adam Phantom Edwards, and he's going to be kicking for his third goal. So
We might have inadvertently just given him a new nickname.
I think we might have.
And speaking of Pickles, a big shout out to Alex Pickles Mirandino, young fella from East Fremantle, doing some good work. Just like the Phantom, they're going to have to climb the tree to get that one because I haven't seen it fall down.
Yeah, that's not coming out.
Yep, there you go.
So the umpire's blown time, but I don't think the actual timekeeper will stop time.
No, that would...
There we go, new ball.
Well, 3 goals this quarter, 3 goals to Adam Phantom Edwards, and the score now 8-5. 53, I had to stop and do maths then. 8-5, 53. And Lena, I'll say this quietly because their bench is just to our left, still to score.
And that's those 3 goals have come in 7 minutes of football. So this is getting really nasty now. The ball's getting it done for a throw. So here's an opportunity for Madalena to spread and get the ball moving. But Bullsbrook, and you look down the ground, there's just a contest. Everything's a contest. Bullsbrook are manned up. There's no easy possessions going forward for the Lions. Bulls in a pack now. The umpire's letting it go, which is all right. It's come out the back. They just can't seem to get any momentum going, Madalena. Duncan running the ball out. I'd say Doolan running the ball out to the wing. Rebounding here for the Lions. They've coughed it up again in the middle of the ground. The pressure from Bullsbrook is relentless, and the skills from Madalena are being found wanting, no? There's the pressure going back the other way, and the free kick won by...
That was not didn't mask that well there, Portel. He just sort of rode him like a horse and the equestrian centre up the road there.
Definitely saddled him. Anyway, here comes the ball inside 50, looking for Justin Weaver in the air. Can't bring the ball to the ground. They've won on the ground level and they've kicked it inside 50, and the marking contest, so that's probably the first genuine inside 50 where we've had a marking contest at that end of the ground. That was Elwood bombing the ball inside.
Matt Elwood with 2 last week.
Hasn't seen much of it today. We'll see if he can get his hands on something in here. So inside 50, boundary throw in. Lions favour. Good tap to the back of the pack, really well played. That went down to Brendan Agnew, but he's unfortunately missed it, but they are on the board. They're on the board, mate. That's
Well,
the
that
start.
means that Bullsbrook will get percentage.
That's a myth. They'll get percentage anyway.
Is that a myth, is it?
Yeah, they've already played a game. So once there's a score on the board, it adds up. Just adds on, week up. It's only round 1 if you don't get scored against, or 2 you get scored against, you don't have a percentage.
Well, good for Mount Lena here, just locking it in and giving themselves a couple of chances.
Yeah.
They can convert those behinds to goals. and just go into half-time with a sense of renewed confidence.
They're definitely putting some more pressure on. This will be a test for Bullsbrook. And they get the ball clear of their 50, so umpire just clearing the players out, and the ball goes to the pocket, and that's a kick. So that's a strange one. He didn't play on, so therefore it's a free kick. If he'd played on and the ball hadn't been touched, it's a boundary throw-in.
Well,
So because he's kicked it from the square, the old rule,
yes.
and the round's no touch, yep. So it still counts, but if you've played on, it doesn't. So very rarely do you not see the fullback or the kicker in play on. But chance to score from the forward pocket, top of the goal square. Weaver's there, can't bring it to ground. Did spoil the mark, and that's come off of.
I think Bullsbrook there knocking that forward.
Yeah, it's gone through for another point. So rush behind, but that's pressure, which we haven't seen all day till now. So 3 scoring attempts, they've locked the ball in. That's a great kick out of fullback.
Good to have you online there, Mel. Thanks for joining us wherever you are and wherever the viewers are. You're here on the Community Sports Show with Noel Nosey Johnston and Neil Weasel Worsley.
That's a nice grab there from Fernie. Gives their hands to the player running past.
He's captain
Takes
for
it back.
Bullsbrook, sorry, Weasel.
Dylan Bailey, the ball didn't come back on the third attempt, but his skipper's got the ball back, saved his bacon. Oh, lovely long hands out the back over the top to Robinson, but he's coughed it up. He's kicked it straight to the opponent. So
He didn't have much room there.
it's one of the brothers, Bo Reed. There's Bo and Zach playing. It's gone out to half back. Oh, there's a high tackle and a free kick to Bullsbrook. So just seems like Mount Helena can't sustain the pressure for long. That's well done by Michael Dwyer's got in front of Brett McKinlay, and Brett has given away a frustration free kick there. So chance for the Lions to bring the ball out. They're at half back. There's not a lot of movement up the ground for him, Noel.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I called it early, but within a couple of minutes, Mount Helena were calling for drinks, saying it was hot. So it is warm, no doubt about that, but really you'd expect them to get, as you say, some fitness and numbers to the ball. They're just starting to flag early as Cody Bacon makes his way off.
Ball comes out the back of that ruck contest and straight to Bullsbrook player. There's the Phantom Edwards, who's been tackled without it. He's managed to knock it to a teammate who's been tackled and got the ball back. Edwards got free, spread nicely, received a handball, passed it off to a teammate who's now coughed it up. So missed the target going inside 50, but you can just see the difference in pressure, difference in skill levels at the moment. It's holding the ball. It's a great tackle, 2-on-1. Jordan Pickles handballs off to his skipper Fernie. Fernie squares it off. Oh, dropped the chest mark. That's the ruckman who's recovered, and that looked goalward, but swung away to the left at the last minute, went through for a point. So
First blemish of the quarter for Bullsbrook. They lead 8-6, 54. Mount Helena, 3 behind. Just tell our cameraman to adjust his angle there. Not used to filming on that side of the oval.
no, it's all been the other end. So here we go. Plays on from fullback. Kicks long, outside 50, looking for and finding a teammate out there. Look like Bryson, who's up the wing. Contest again. Good work. Thought Mount Helena were going to come away with that, but they've left it behind, and Jordan Healy's pumped the ball inside 50. Michael Dwyer's doing a good job down there, mate, this quarter. He has kept McKinlay quiet. He's come off his man on that occasion. He's a good 50 metres or 40 metres from his player, but he's backed himself.
Well,
And,
sometimes that's what you got to do in defence, mate. You just got to be able to read it, because McKinley was damaging early, as was Bailey, who was also been held. That's
a freaky goal, that one.
That is.
That was Patrick Mather, I think, ran around the boundary line there. I'm not sure how he's managed to do that with his right foot.
Well, that's a Cyril type kick, that.
Is that a shanana or something? What do they call that? Shanana?
I didn't know where you were going with that, so I'll leave that one alone.
I think they call it a shanana, but no, what a great goal. So,
a check side banana.
Banana, yeah.
Well, that's new to me, but I'm all about learning new things. Who are we giving that one to? Tom Mather, did you say?
Patrick Mather.
Patrick.
Number 14. So, yeah, good effort.
9-6-60, Bullsbrook lead. Glorious conditions here today for round 3 of the Hills Football Association, coming to you live on the Community Sports Show.
Well, we've got 2 different ruckmen for the first time today. We've got Weaver and Davies doing the ruck work. Once again, centre clearance to Bullsbrook, and inside 50 sent him up to a shot at goal. This time James Thompson, so they're absolutely getting hammered through the midfield. They just need to find some ball in the middle there to find a way of shutting down this Bullsbrook on-ball department. And James Thompson guides that one through, and that's the 5th goal for the quarter. I'm going about 15, maybe 16 minutes. So,
there's 3 people coming up.
Well, I mean, yesterday at the lacrosse, big shout out to all the lacrosse supporters of the Community Sports Show. We were down in Phoenix at the other end of Perth Metro, and Phoenix started with 4 goals. They were up against last year's grand finalists, Wanneroo Joondalup, and they held them to 4-0 at the end of the first quarter. Problem is, and this is where Mount Lena need to make this sort of effort, Wanneroo Joondalup 4-4 at half time. So it's about not writing yourself off here, but it's hard for Mount Lena.
they're just being outclassed at the moment, outworked.
Still in.
Kept in, yeah, my ball out, and didn't hear the call. I think with the helmet on, the young fella might not have heard that call of touch, but he managed to settle, and he's found Patrick Mather, who kicked that miraculous goal a little bit ago, and he's just tried to pop the ball up in front of McKinley, and he's missed his target badly, and now a relieving free kick for the Lions. So what can Buller do with this? He's kicked it to a contest, centre half back.
Well, they had the numbers.
Yeah, they had the numbers. They've got the clearance. Just the work ethic of Bullsbrook is superior. The foot skills are superior. And I think maybe the fitness levels too, because they're not feeling the heat. They've got a number advantage here. The Lions have a number advantage, but they just can't seem to find a target in there. No, they just.
No, that forward line pressure from Bullsbrook just to tie it up, although on this occasion Mount Lena get the free.
Bryson's gone wide. Looking down the wing. Weaver's got his hands on it, but he's been pinned for holding the ball, so Justin's not having a great day today. Roy Bennett to centre the ball. He's captain Fernie. Fernie looks to centre half forward, where I'm not sure how a player gets that much space. The black jumpers unmanned everywhere. So that's second possession in this play for number 6, who's not on our team sheet. He's Phantom 2. He's been able to send the ball deep. Helena with the clearance, but not very far. A lot of work to do here. He's got a handball, but it's got inside the corridor where the numbers favour Bullsbrook. Big fella's dished out a hand pass, McKinlay. The Helena Lions have run onto the loose ball. Got it to half back. A little bit of system there. Look forward, and Weaver couldn't hold them up, but the umpire's paid it, so I feel a bit sorry for Justin on that one. Long way down for the big fella. He settled things down and he's going to go long. Kicks inside 50, looking for a target, and I'll tell you what, that's a mark, and he's paid that to Bullsbrook. Don't know about that.
Well, big pack of hands there, mate.
Yeah, number 7 had hands on a 2-pack. That's the way it is. Here comes Phantom 2. Get a bit of the footy in the last 5 minutes. He kicks to the middle of the ground. Good pick up. Nice long handball back door. No pressure on the Bullsbrook player whatsoever. Kicks out wide. Trying to give Pickles a run on it. Doesn't get a good bounce, and well read by the Lions backman. Gets a handball, then butters up and gets it back, but they've just got nowhere to go. So Bo's had the handball to a bloke who's under pressure, and now we get a turnover. So Bullsbrook reciprocate by giving it back, which was nice of them. Ball goes down the wing. That's a good contest. Good contest out there. Mount Helena trying, but that run from behind the Bullsbrook was very good. Oh, great pick up. Mayer looking for McKinlay, who gets rid of his opponent. Looks like that's going to go out of bounds, and yeah, some good defending there. That run from behind, Noel, that's been evident all day, and it's not going away, is it?
No, clearly we said about having some ferocity at ball and Bullsbrook on at home in front of a big crowd last year, defeating this side 3 times, looking to make it 4 in a row. Just a line of Saints across the back there. Raffle it off.
Oh, it's a good grab, Steve Bailey. Thought he'd misjudged that, but he's come down with it. It's a good grab. Sets the ball to the fat side of the ground. There's a block in there, and there's a free kick to Bullsbrook. So, yeah, don't need to be giving those sort of free kicks away. The ball's clearing the contest. So, is this our Phantom number 1? Is this Edwards again with a football?
I'd have to get me glasses on for that one, Weasel. I was trying to look down the side.
Trying to see if I can see him anywhere else.
I think I just saw a number 50 for Bullsbrook, and they're not on the list either, so we'll have to check their team list at half time.
There might be Jordan Pickles, number 1. So, second blemish for the quarter.
So 10-7, 67. Bullsbrook lead, Mount Helena 3 behinds.
So what can the Lions do here?
Well, you mentioned before just Bullsbrook's tenacity to lock it in, and they've gone the far side there when in fact the Lions had 4-3 on this side, so
yeah, probably not choosing the right options, putting extra pressure on themselves.
Big shout out to the plane as it comes in. I saw 4 planes take off this morning and wanted to be back on holiday, Weasel.
Yes, yeah. Well, Bali would be nice right now. Anyway, Mount Helena lead the chase for the ball here. Zach Reed, nowhere with it. Handball to nothing, but now opportunity for Justin Weaver. Good tackle, good pressure. Here we go. The Lions still going forward. Good pick up on the run by Brand, and the umpire's going to ball that up. So, yeah, Brand really wanted that, and he showed. Nothing of him. He's only slight, but went hard. managed to lock the ball in. So we've got a ball in or bounce up centre forward. Weaver taps down, goes to the Lions' advantage, but the back of the packet's been cleaned up by Bullsbrook defender who centres the ball. Contest in the middle of the ground, hits the ground again, and guess who's there? Bullsbrook. Kicking forward.
Pull up.
There'll be a free kick for a high challenge on Portatelli. Plays on. Kicks inside 50. And uncontested mark. Edwards plays on, squares the ball up, looking for McKinlay. Gets rid of his opponent legally. Ball comes to ground. Crumb by Pickles, who goes goalward, and that's cleared by the Lions, but only as far as McKinlay, who's just inside 50 and has bombed that. One step. That's a major.
Well, Brad McKinlay just setting himself up there, didn't like the first angle, gave off a couple of hands and gets it back, puts it through for his fourth of the game. And I have to do quick math here.
11-7.
71. Well, really now for Mount Helena, it does become a lot about pride in my humble opinion, because, we're both sportsmen. Well, we use that term loosely. We're both involved in sports.
Ex-sportsman.
Yeah, not of the highest calibre in my case, but never mind. But your home ground, when you're down against an opposition and you're away from home, it is a true test of your character to be able to just get up as the siren goes for half-time here at Pickett Park. So as we just mentioned, the score 11-7, 71.
73.
73. Just a reminder, kids, stay in school, learn your maths.
That's it. And I'll get this one. 0-3, 3 points.
Oh, see, we should have swapped that.
Should have swapped, mate.
Alright, so at half-time here in the round 3 Hills Football Association match, you're here on the Community Sports Show with Neil Weasel Worsley and myself, Noel Knowlesy Johnston, coming to you live from Pickett Park. And we'll take a break, but be back shortly. Thanks to our sponsors, ID Athletic and Vision Decor. Weasel, just before we do though, you asked me, you're a coach of footy. I've only ever coached juniors. What would you say if you were the coach of Mount Helena to try and get them up?
Help. I don't know, mate. They're playing very similar to my boys at the moment. They need to go one-on-one. They need to start winning some ball in the midfield. They're not giving their forwards an opportunity. They're just getting smashed in the midfield. The clearances are just so one-sided, and they've just got to get on top. The only way to do that is try and halve every contest. They've just got to go physically man-on-man and really work hard to stem the tide and win some ball in the middle. Can't do anything if you haven't got the footy.
No, wise words there from Weasel. As we take a break, be sure to join us back here in about 5 or 8 minutes' time, because both sides are taking half-time in the shade over here. So shouldn't be too long, and we'll be back here on the Community Sports Show.